begin.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Geeky Chickies.
Yeah.
My name is Phoenix.
And I'm Jenny.
So this is our second episode, and I did kind of put a disclaimer at the beginning of the pilot where I kind of let you guys know a little bit that why everything was that everything at the time was kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
All over the place?
Yeah, all over the place. But mostly, it was late, and and actually, that's part of my week, discussion of like what I did in between recordings. That will definitely
Mm-hmm.
explain a lot. But let us start with Jenny. Why don't you start this time? Because I think I started last time.
Okay, so today's topic is Animal Crossing. We're
Yeah.
we're going to be talking a bit about Animal Crossing, our experiences with it, and what we think about the new game,
New,
New
New
Horizons.
Horizons.
Let's see. Sorry, give me one moment.
No, it's okay. While you look up what your notes for that, because I gotta do the same. What did you do between recordings?
Uh, um, Panic. No, like, in general, I actually did a lot of nothing and being a sad girl for a bit because, it was just chaotic. Like the last two, couple weeks, like.
Yeah.
Like on the bright side, I finally got my driver's license, so now I'm a licensed
Woo!
driver. I think the guy felt bad for me because I was taking, because I was driving. I took my driving test in the rain, and this is around the time like the coronavirus stuff was starting to kick in for my county. So he was just like hesitant about, you know, being in other people's cars, you know, not
Yeah.
so and he was just like, I'll pass you here. but then, like chaos happened. I'm temporarily laid off, and I'm still trying to hear back from the state about what's going on with my payments. So yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I filed around the same time as like about a million other people, so that
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, and also I've been on like kind of like a spring break for 2 weeks for because my school is trying to convert
Yeah.
everyone to online only. So I was like, oh geez, they need more than 3 days to convert everyone, and they were like,
Yep.
yeah, here's 2 weeks. We moved spring break, okay. And I was just like, oh,
I'm kind of sorry for that.
I was just like, oh, okay, this is interesting. I haven't heard from one of my teachers yet, and I'm kind of
Oh.
concerned. So yeah, that was basically what went on. How about you? How are things in your neck of the woods?
Okay, so literally the week after we did our recording, I got a viral infection where at the highest my fever was around 100 to 103.
Ooh.
So I was out of commission for about a week, and then this morning so we're recording on a Monday, and this is only relevant because I work Monday through Friday at my job, and so does Jenny. But
Mhm.
because she's out of work, and this is more about what happened to me today, it's not as relevant.
Mhm.
I got up. I got up around 5 a.m. I got out the door by 7 a.m. and I went to work.
Mhm.
And I get there and I was like, couldn't open the door. I'm like, okay, let me just badge myself in. I tried to badge myself in and the door still won't open. I'm like, what's going on? So after trying it again, I'm like, okay, let me check my email. And yeah, they sent an email at almost 9 p.m. last night. Way after I would normally check my email anyway about the
Ugh.
office being closed for until further notice. And we're thinking that someone did get the coronavirus or has been suspected to have it in our office. So
Oh my God. So what's gonna happen now with you?
I have no idea. That's the scary part. Is like this came out of nowhere. I
Mhm.
was like when I left Friday, I was thinking, okay, I'll come in, I'll get my stuff set up to work from home. Of course,
Mhm.
that didn't happen because that was gonna be our plan for today.
Mhm.
So we don't know how long this is going to be. No one really knows what's going on, not even the people who saw the email within the company, which I really cannot share because that is,
Yeah,
company. Yeah.
that's totally understandable.
Yeah.
But
And so I'm not too sure what's going on. I'm going to see what happens within a day or two. And if it's still closed, I'm going to ask my coworkers who are working from home and I have their phone numbers, like, what should I do? What am I supposed to be doing?
Have you like sent an email back or something to that same email, or is it one of those like do not reply emails?
It's not even like do not reply. It's just our billing security's email. So they're not going to know what to do about my paycheck.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. So I gotta figure that out. And it's like, today's not the day I want to do that. Other than that, those two big messes. I did watch a lot of Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, and played a lot of Pokemon Sword. And finally, when Animal Crossing came out, I played a whole bunch of that. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, I that's why I haven't mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then I also watch an anime called Beastars, which I know that you saw my posts on Twitter about Year of the Furry. It's very accurate right now. Because Beastars is I like to call it furry anime. It's not really a furry anime. What it is kind of like it really reminds me of old school Disney stuff, like anthropomorphic animals. I don't think I used that term correctly, but it's really clever. It's actually really interesting. So the main character of the anime is Legacy, and he's struggling with his animal instincts about not eating meat or eating herbivores and all that stuff. And you know how in some animes that have or some animes and TV shows that have like animals living together, you're like, what? How do they not eat each other? This one does a very good job because it does say like it does talk about how carnivores how they try to avoid eating people, and that's by eating eggs, soy product as a way to get protein. But there is also a black market where they can purchase dead herbivore seed. So yeah, it's super interesting. I haven't finished it yet because it's really hard to watch outside of my own house because there's a lot of like sexual stuff as well. But it's really interesting.
Yeah, I remember like I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet because me being sad girl. Like um you mentioned to me, yeah, make sure you watch this in your house only, and I'm like, oh, okay. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it deals a lot with not just the things I think about whenever I watch shows of like what do the carnivores eat, unless it's not really a topic that you need to worry about. It does deal a lot with like racism, identity, sexuality, and what is considered taboos in that world. Like it does a really good job building that world for you to explore in a sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I really gotta check it out.
Yeah, I do recommend it. Not just because like even if it wasn't about the even if it wasn't about like a furry type of thing, which is like what I kind of jokingly call it, it's actually really interesting, really good. It makes you think a lot. Okay. So I do like it because it has more of more messages in it than it does like silly
like substance or what, like it has more like or yeah, like messages or like there's like it's more like in depth, like
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's one of those because I'm one of those people who don't recommend things unless I either know you're gonna like it or it's really good. And I'm like, I know you probably won't like this at first, but please watch it. Please get past X amount of episodes, then you'll start enjoying it. This is one of those where I think at the very beginning I wasn't expecting much, but the very beginning episode got me hooked in. I'm like, oh my god, what is going to happen?
Okay, yeah, like, what platform is it on again? Because, like, I think I'm
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay, I probably have to go get my Netflix account again. Yeah, no, like, because I don't have Netflix. I have just Hulu, but I get it for free.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm a customer with Sprint, and they're like, yeah,
Have this for free.
yeah, and I'm just like, okay. So,
Okay.
well, yeah, I mean, Hulu's not bad. It's just I haven't gone onto that account recently, and I probably should.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on Hulu. Dark both Beastars and did I call it Beastars? I don't know what I called it, but it's Beastars, the anime I was just talking about.
Mhm.
And Dark Crystal Age of Resistance is on there. That one I haven't finished yet, so I don't want to go into full detail about what it's about. But do you remember the Dark Crystal movie
I remember hearing
with
about
puppets?
it. I remember hearing about it through All One's Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yes. And that's actually where I heard about it. Or I knew about the movie beforehand because, my mom was like, "Hey, you should watch this. This is very good." I'm like, "No, you said this was scary. Why are you trying to make me watch this?" My mom has no recollection of this, by the way.
Aw.
And I'm like, "No, I know for 100% of the fact that you told me that I should watch this." I'm like, "No, this looks scary."
Mhm.
um, but it's like, it's a prequel to that, and he was like he did a review about the show the Age of Resistance, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it now. I saw it keeps coming up on my feed like, hey, you would probably like this. I'm like, no, I probably won't, but yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah. I probably should watch it too because I remember watching All One's Out talk about the movie and then talking about the show, and he
Yeah,
was like, "Oh yeah, like you should watch it, even though it
you
kind
should watch it. Yeah.
yeah, even though it's kind of scary for me as an adult."
As an adult.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay."
To be fair, James is technically an adult as well. He may be younger than us, but he's technically an adult.
Yeah.
And it still freaked him out. And so far, I have been unable to watch it unless I'm doing something else, and that's more because I have really bad ADD. But that's a whole other story for another time.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess for me, when it comes to shows, I personally like if it's like a documentary or something, I can play it in the background. But if it's something like I feel like I have to kind of focus on,
Yeah,
then I will. I can't be doing anything else, and like my it kind of like annoys my husband a bit because he'll try to show me like YouTube shows and stuff, but like the thing is, he like he does this thing like where he'll kind of like want to talk to me after watching the YouTube show, like kind of get like more in depth, and like if I'm not paying attention, like and I want to have those conversations because I think it's great,
yeah,
but I have to be paying attention. So
yeah. No,
yeah,
I get that.
and
I
yeah,
can. It really depends for me. Like, I have to do something with my hands to
mhm,
be able to focus,
mhm,
or I have to just focus completely on the video, and that really depends
mhm,
on how I'm feeling that day. Like, a lot of times it's I gotta do something with my hand to be able to concentrate, like draw or
mhm.
crochet or do the diamond painting that I was kind of tell. Did I tell you about that?
Diamond painting I remember when it came to art and stuff, you were mentioning to me about your drawing tablet and that you were playing around with it. And I'm trying to
the
remember.
diamond the diamond painting is something my mom started, and I am now determined to finish the piece because my mom's like, "Oh, you're not gonna be able to finish this." I'm like, "Oh, see if I can, mother."
Oh, okay,
I'm
yeah.
very sassy to my mom.
I don't think you, or maybe you mentioned it to me briefly. I'm trying to remember now.
I
Like,
probably did briefly, and then probably we didn't probably get into too much depth about it. I'll
mhm,
send you a picture and explain it more later.
yeah.
Um,
Let's
I
see.
think unless you have more about your week, but and I don't really. I was just gonna say I watch more Ninja Ninja
I
and
mean,
All One's Out, but that's it.
I mean, I just been playing Animal Crossing to like and avoid, just
And that's
to
not a topic.
yeah, which we will swing around. Yeah, so Animal Crossing came out last. So it came out Friday on the 20th,
Yeah.
but it like technically, if you had the digital copy, you could get it on the 19th.
If
Well,
you live, depending on your time zone
yeah,
as well.
yeah. Like in my case, I live in the West Coast, and I was able to access it at like 9 p.m.
And
So.
I lived in Mountain, so mine was 10 p.m. So yeah.
So did you like so for this new iteration, what do you think so far?
I like it. It's really fun.
Mhm.
I do have some very minor complaints that I think I'm maybe the only one who doesn't like about the situation, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Um so far I do like it. I do like that you're setting up your town, you can lay out however you want. Because a lot of the like past games where I'm like, oh, I hate this layout, but I can't really change it.
Mhm.
Now I can decide where everything goes, and I like that.
Okay. Did you for the layouts? Did you re-roll for layouts? I'm just curious. Cuz you know how in New Horizons you get to see the four maps that are available? Did you
Yeah.
like look at them, go, nah, and then like restart the game to find like
No, I didn't, and I probably should have. I didn't. Because that explains to me how you got cherries originally, and then suddenly your town was full of oranges.
yeah. I'm such a dork, okay? Like I okay, first off, I really do enjoy the game. I really do, but when it comes to Animal Crossing, my instinct is like even though I knew we could eventually change out the layout and stuff, I kept re-rolling and I kept re-rolling for like an hour because like what will happen is I'll go through the motions and be like, "Oh, I think I really like this map." And then go into it, start and then kind of go, I don't know, like something like I had like I wouldn't something like about it I end up not liking.
Oh.
So yeah, that's why it took me longer to like finally find the map. I even took a break because I was like, "Oh my god, I am I crazy or something?" Because that's just how I was. I was like, "Oh my god, I think I'm crazy. I shouldn't keep re-rolling because like I can change the layout."
Yeah.
But yeah, like and then I eventually got the current map I have with oranges, which in the end kind of makes sense that I end up with oranges because oranges is actually one of my favorite fruit.
I do like oranges too. I don't even like peaches, and that's what my town is.
Oh. I mean, I like peaches. It's just it's hard like IRL they're hard for me to like kind of find good ones.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So, um, I don't know. Is this the first time you've been playing Animal Crossing, or have you played other iterations before?
I played the GameCube. That was my first one.
Oh,
And the most I remember of that one is that my mom actually paid off all her debt before my brother and I could. Because I don't know what she did. I don't know how she did. I think she played it while we were at school.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. My first one was Wild World.
That
Um,
was the DS one, right?
yeah, because I never owned a
Okay.
GameCube. Uh, the only reason I ended up getting Wild World was because I had a ex-boyfriend at the time. He had a 3DS, or not 3DS. He had the original DS, and
Hmm.
I kind of got started into playing the DS, and then I ended up like just buying the game casually, and like I don't know, like I didn't really get like I had fun with Wild World, but I didn't really understand what was going on at the time and didn't realize there were like events and stuff until like
Yeah.
what much later.
Yeah, that's kind of the normal
Mhm.
the normal way of people playing is that they don't realize until way later. Oh, hey, there was events going on.
Yeah, like I wouldn't know till like maybe after I stopped playing, and then like I happened to run to game FAQs because I was looking up something else, and then I like find out, oh, there was this event going on. Dang, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. have you
Yep. I get that.
have you played besides the GameCube one? Did you play like any other iterations, or did you like skip
I,
around?
I do kind of remember playing Wild World. I think I ended up giving that to my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was playing it more often than I was.
Mm-hmm.
I did not play the Wii one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't remember why. I don't know if I just didn't know that it came out or what. I didn't play that one. I did play a little bit on an ex-boyfriend's copy, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then I played more New Leaf, and I kept restarting my town because I will forget where I was, and I did not like that one. That was my least favorite. I do know that. I didn't like having to pay for everything to be getting open, and it was just hard, especially since it was just me playing, not like anyone else.
Oh, I'm actually surprised. You like usually I hear everyone really liked New Leaf. What?
Yeah, and I think I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah, like I get it because like I did like New Leaf. I did have some gripes with it. Like
Yeah,
it like like how certain uh stuff that you put down like the campsite
yeah,
once it's there and like you know
yeah,
like I didn't like that, you know, and I
yeah,
end up restarting towns over it, which sounds stupid, but it's like, well, uh I like it, I don't like it, and this is the only way for me to get rid of it. Like, unless
yeah,
I want to do homebrew, which is like a whole different story, which like I'm not super familiar with. So,
yeah. Yeah, I think I liked it because I had like more options of stuff to do, but like you said, there was the issue of you put it down, that's it, you can't move it. And
hmm
then there was also the everything that you like any public projects that you had, you have to mostly pay for them yourself. So it's like I either have to choose between the public projects or finishing getting my house
hmm
upgraded, which I didn't like.
hmm like I mean, in New Leaf or not New Leaf, in New Horizons, I feel like I feel like you still kind of have to do that with like the infrastructures and stuff,
But
but
it's just those.
yeah, and also another thing too, it's kind of like, well, I mean, was it? I don't know. It just feels like I can get more money easily, I guess.
Oh, in New Leaf, yeah. Or not
Or
in New Leaf, in New Horizons, yes.
yeah, I feel like it's easier for me to gain a ton of money because like
It is.
in my like my savings account, I have like over half a million bells. I'm saving that
Good.
for when I eventually get to move everything. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
No, that's a good idea to do.
yeah. I don't know. Like so, like so for this iteration, I got a digital copy
I did
of
too.
the game, and I know some people got would rather get physical copies,
Hmm.
but I don't know. Personally, for me, and I already mentioned it to like at least a couple people.
You did mention it to me, but go ahead so that
Yeah, like
the listeners will know what you're talking about.
so. I ended up getting a digital copy. I made this decision before like the shutdown happened in my county. Because I noticed one of the things that I noticed was like, you know, I would like playing New Leaf, but I hated carrying an extra cartridge with me because you know, I'll be like playing like Pokemon or whatever, and then and if I want to check out my town because I didn't have a digital copy, I'd have to get I had to bring another cartridge, and for me, I was just like, no, that's so stupid. And then I'll tell myself, oh, I'll just check my town when I get home,
Yeah.
and then it'll be like 6 months later, and then I'm too scared to check because Isabel, who I love dearly, will just be like, "Oh, you've been gone for so long," and you're just like, oh God."
Anxiety attack over it.
Yeah, and I know she's just a digital character, but it's kind of like, so yeah, that's why I ended up with a digital copy. Just because I feel like for sure I will start checking my town every day.
Mhm.
And so far I have been. I would wake up, and since I don't have to like go anywhere for the time being, I would check on my town and
Yeah.
see how everything's going.
Yeah, and then when you mentioned that, I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna be fine. I don't need to get a digital copy." And then, as I was playing, like, I got Sword. I bought Sword when it first came out, Pokemon Sword, I should say, when it
Mhm.
first came out, and then I got Shield for a Christmas present,
Mhm.
both physical copies.
Mhm.
So I wanted to play Shield more, and I was just like, "Okay, I know where the cartridge is. It's with my other ones." And then I'm like, "Nah, I'm too lazy to go get it," and like remove it from my thing. So I'm like, oh, yep, that's gonna be me, and it's gonna be another case of where I'm going to forget for months on end
Mhm. I mean,
because that's just how I am.
you gotta admit, does like Nintendo tends to churn out a lot of like good games, so
Yeah.
or like at least like games that are really fun. So
Yeah, and the Switch now has like it has The Witcher 3, it has BioShock is coming to it. Like they're gonna have a lot of different games.
oh God,
Um yeah.
I'm gonna be so broke.
Dude, that is gonna be me because tomorrow freaking what you call it? Persona 5 Royale is coming out, and I'm like, I must have that, and
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be a very broke person, but that's a different topic for a different day.
Oh yeah. I gotta like look into more Persona stuff, but yeah, like I said, another topic for another day.
Yeah,
So with New Horizons, like I know some people have time traveled.
yeah,
My husband has time traveled in the game. I know like you
I
have,
have.
and a few others. And personally, I've been tempted, but I haven't yet, and I don't really see what the big deal is if people time travel.
Yeah,
Like everyone plays their games differently. Um, for me, like in the past, I have time traveled in my other games,
yeah, same here.
but that was mainly to do the events, or if I find out I'll give you an example. So in U Leaf, I found out like there's a certain event um with the character Leaf, that sloth. Is it Leaf or Lief? Or
I know who you're talking about. I don't remember. You continue. I'll look it up his
okay,
name.
okay, but basically I found out like if your town is overpopulated by weeds, um like there'll be like an event that he does where you can like pull like a bunch of weeds and then you bring it to him, or yeah, I remember you'd have to bring it to him, and basically he'll give you like a furniture or a flower furniture. And I was like, okay,
I want that.
I want that. So I will I time travel to destroy my town, let it get overrun by weeds, and then come back. So yeah, that was the only time I really time traveled, was when I wanted to do events and I completely missed them, or I wanted to trigger events. And yeah, and that's really it. I know some other people do it just like I don't know, like to unlock certain stuff, or I don't know, I don't know, Phoenix, you time traveled. What, what, what's your reasoning for it?
I time travel. It was definitely just to get a lot of the stuff unlocked, and I like being able to help my like friends to be able to know of how to unlock certain things.
Oh yeah, it was
So
helpful. You
yeah.
like I tried kind of avoiding spoilers, not really so much for myself as it's more for my husband because
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not, up to like Animal Crossing's release, like when like I'll be playing a YouTube video in the background while I'm cooking or something, and he'll hear if it's Animal Crossing related, he'll be like, "Oh no!" and then he'll like he'll run to the other room and
That's
not and be like, "I don't want to hear it," and like,
you're like, are you serious right now?
yeah. But like he ended up time traveling just a day to like unlock something. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
so but yeah, you like with your knowledge, it did help me. Like you weren't super spoiled, or like basically you told me enough information, like how to get the ladder,
Yeah.
and you're like, if you need anything else, let me know. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly why I was very vague about how to get. I'm like, I don't want to super spoil it for you, but here's the basics. If you're still confused, please let me know.
Yeah, cause like, I mean, in general, it's kind of like hard to spoil Animal Crossing, just because it's kind of like, oh, okay, this is
Yeah,
how you do, or you're a villager and you're trying to help like revitalize a town, or in this case, a deserted island.
yeah,
And I think, but like, there's just certain stuff like for instance, in my case, how the hell did you like? I wanted to unlock the ladder because I was just like, I know there's stuff up there in the cliffs.
now I just got you all the fossils I could find. I was like, here, I only found one, but have it. It's yours.
Yeah, I was just like, I swear to God, I really need this. I'm gonna go insane. um, but yeah, like which um was I gonna
And
say?
another thing for me is like I get bored easily.
Oh,
That's part of the ADD I was talking about earlier. So like if I run out of stuff to do in the game, I'm like, okay, I just want to go to the next day
mhm,
and just keep going until I'm done for my day. And sometimes I don't. And now that I actually have a lot of the stuff unlocked
mhm,
and I have a lot more stuff to do, I'm actually going to start playing normal days again.
mhm.
Um, because I don't need to time travel anymore since I've already unlocked so much that there's so much for me to do in a day that I don't really have a lot of times to finish it, you know?
Yeah. Oh no, that's cool actually. And like and I totally get it because like sometimes you just get bored. Like for me,
Yeah.
like after like you can only play like the same day over and over again before you're just or like keep playing on the same day before you're just like I rather go to the next one. And I'm actually glad they're letting players have the option to
Yeah, and not giving you a huge
like no you can't.
punishment.
Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, the punishment is like if you play the stock market or
Yeah.
something, and you try to turn back one. Well, if you try to turn back, like going backwards by a day, and you have turnips, it'll become rotten.
But that's not a huge I don't think that's a huge
Yeah, and also
punishment.
actually another thing too, what they do now is if cuz you know how people like time travel sometimes to get a better bell price for they'll have a friend that does it, right?
Yeah.
Um like I guess now apparently what they do is like if you change the date, like go through the week and try to see like the bell prices, and then you try to go back to it, it resets, so you won't get the
Oh,
same price. So yeah.
I think that's fair. Honestly, I do think that's fair. And that's not like a huge punishment because before it'd be like if you try and travel backwards, there would be a bunch of weeds everywhere.
Yeah.
But this is just turn up prices. You can't mess with the stock, and I think that is fair.
Oh yeah.
So
I
I don't have any issue with that, and I didn't even mess with the turnip. I didn't even get turnips for a while because I'm like I'm just time traveling a lot. I don't want to
Yeah.
waste my bells on that. So
Okay. Yeah, I started kind of messing around with it a bit, like, because I really haven't. I only did it once. Oh no, I back at Wild World. I remember I kind of played on and off a bit, and then I found out like you could get like red turnips or something if you play or pay enough or play enough of the stock market. And I just wanted the red radish. I didn't care. So I was just like, okay. So I played it, and then like after that I stopped because I was just like, yeah, I don't check this every day. Now I gotta.
now you gotta.
Yeah. So, like, with the stuff that's going on with New Horizons so far, like, like what we currently have played and what will be coming out soon, like the, the bunny event.
Easter event.
Yeah, the Easter event, or the Bunny Day event. I don't know what they officially call it, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Bunny Day, to be honest.
like, what do you like so far, and do you think it's going in the right direction? And
I feel like it's too soon to know right now if it's going in the right direction. I do like what is going on so far, like being able to make furniture, sell that furniture for bells. Like
you, hello?
I think I muted myself by accident. My
Oh,
bad.
okay. I was like, oh no, did I lose you?
No, I'm still here. I was holding my thing. I hit the mute button by accident.
Oh no.
So what I was saying to you, people who are listening on my side of the audio will
Hmm.
hear. Um, I was saying like I think it's a little too soon to be like to know if they're going the right direction. So far, I think they are. I do like the what's the words I'm looking for? I do like the crafting element of the game, like being able to craft furniture and sell that or craft tools easier. The thing I don't really like, which I'll go into later, is how quickly those things break. The tools, I mean.
Hmm.
But like I said, we'll get into that later. I do like that the recipe thing, like that has been so much fun for me to do and like gather stuff and try to make whatever I can out of what I find.
Hmm. I actually do like the DIY stuff a lot.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm one of those that tends to like hoard material. You do
Same.
not want to see my storage space right now.
Dude, I'm the same way right now. Do you know how bad it is?
Oh, it's probably as bad as mine. Like,
I'm full. I'm
oh,
full, and that's not just from the materials. That's also clothing.
oh my God, yeah. And I like the fact now, like, you could just go into your closet for your clothes and you could preview
Yes,
what it looks like. I c-
before you put it on.
yeah, because you know, like you'll see like the item in your storage and you're like, "Oh, I don't remember what it looks like." Like
Yeah,
and they can only be so descriptive like on the item before you're kind of like,
yeah,
yeah, and sometimes the descriptions aren't the best, or you think it's one
nope.
thing and then it's just like it's something else completely different, and you're like, "Oh no, I look ugly in this. What the hell?"
Or like they'll use a word for something, and you're like, I know what that word means, and then you put it on, it's like, oh, I don't know what this
That
word
word
means.
means. So yeah, I really like that. I do kind of think it's a little bit annoying with the whole like your stuff can break, like the tools. I can
Yeah,
I do wish there's just a way where like if you have all the material, like cause like I'll try to build to I only or like because I only have like the better tools right now. I don't know if I'm assuming there's other tools that's
I
like,
haven't unlocked it yet, if
yeah,
there is.
yeah,
So, and I'm getting the guide. So if I do see that, I'll let you know at least that, like, hey, there are more tools that are better than the better tools.
like the base the second tier or whatever.
Yeah,
But basically, like I wish they could have it set so where like if you already have the materials for the flimsy tool, or instead of just building the flimsy tool first and then going on to building
Yeah,
the second, just like have all that material like come together and be like, yeah, so like
yeah.
yeah, you get where I'm coming from with
Yeah,
that.
and that's actually another thing I really hope that they'll patch in eventually is being able to make multiple things of the same item.
I
Because
know.
I hate having to go through, like, if I'm making fish food or whatever it's called, fish bait,
Yeah.
and I have a bunch of clams, I'm like, okay, I have like 20 and I have to go through this 20 times. It
Uh
makes me not want to hunt for clams.
yeah, that is actually really annoying. Like the only what reason I'm going through with finding the clams right now is just because I know there's like Nook miles tied to it. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
same here.
okay, I guess I'll do
I guess I'll do it.
it. Because I need more Nook miles because I keep like using them to go on the mystery islands. Which, speaking of which, I finally got Tarantula Island last night.
Oh god, I hate tarantulas are what killed me the first night I played that fucking game.
Okay,
I
so
told you, did I tell you I got one shot by a spider? I
yes,
didn't realize that was a tarantula.
oh my god, yes, I remember you were telling me about that. I was just like, I hope that wasn't in real life. And then I was like, oh right, Animal Crossing. That's what we're talking about.
You didn't even tell me that, so I didn't even know what you were thinking.
Well, it was late, okay, and I was going through like hour two of like trying to hide the map I really wanted.
Okay.
So my mind wasn't completely there. But no. I remembered the first night I did see a tarantula and I somehow caught it.
I
Like,
haven't caught one yet. I haven't seen one since the first night.
oh god. Like, yeah, no, like I think so yeah, last night I went to Tarantula Island. I didn't realize it was that until I saw four tarantulas like
Oh.
heading towards me, and it freaked me out so bad because like I'm arachnophobic.
Yeah,
Like
same here.
um and I know they're digital. They're not real like, in my house, but that's not the point. Like the point is, it freaked me. Like having four digital tarantulas running after you, you're kind of like, oh shit, I better run. and, and my husband ended up having to play that island for me because
Oh, I wish I had a husband or a boyfriend to do that for me.
ask your brother to do it or
I
something.
don't trust my brother. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I was just like, oh god, and he was playing Breath of the Wild at that point. So while he was capturing as many tarantulas as he could to make it worth me worth being there, I ended up like cooking going through all his like food he had in his inventory and cooking all the food like
Okay.
yeah for his game because I yeah, Breath of the Wild. He really loves that game. So,
Oh
so yeah.
my god.
Oh yeah. So if you, he has a strategy for Tarantula Island.
Is
And
it the whole thing I've been saying?
yeah, it apparently really works. So do the whole thing.
I will. If I find Tarantula Island, which I gotta do eventually because I still need to donate one to the museum.
I mean, I think one will appear on your island. It's just you have to have certain circumstances. I don't even know what the circumstances were.
I
If
don't either.
Yeah, all I know is I was just like, oh god.
All I know is that I happen to just
Mhm.
look and I'm like, oh, hey, look, it's a spider. I'll go and catch it. And then one shot at me, and I was very sad and very confused. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, ugh. uh, anyways, we'll move on from Torrential Island. I'm getting heebie-jeebies from thinking about that. So yeah, we were talking about like what we liked about it so far. I also liked the whole northern and southern hemisphere stuff.
Yeah, that's super cool. And I was just like, I'm kind of tempted to do Southern Hemisphere, but I'm gonna not do that.
Yeah, like I was tempted too. Like at some point during my resets, that to do southern hemisphere, but like since my husband decided to do Southern Hemisphere. I was like, no, I'll keep it to Northern Hemisphere, so that way, like, there's stuff that he could catch that's out of season, and there'll be stuff I can catch that's out of season. Cause like,
Yeah.
I'm like, unlike the other games, I would like actually like to complete the museum this time. Cause,
Yeah, same here.
cause like what I for this one, I like the fact that like for the fishes and bugs, it actually tells you on your Critterpedia what's donated, and like it's
Yeah.
because if I remember correctly, it was the in New Leaf. I don't remember them having any indicator on there other than you caught it,
Yeah.
and
It definitely didn't.
yeah, like, and I know some people they use that as an indicator of, oh, I caught it, so I'm gonna assume, hey, I donated it, and for me it's like, no. Sometimes
Yeah.
I might accidentally sell something, so no,
Yeah.
this can't be.
Yeah, and then you'll look in the museum and be like, okay, what have I actually donated? I do love that. I forgot that was a thing now because I'm so used to it by now.
Yeah,
That I'm like, oh my god, I can know if I actually donated this thing or not. I have been because that's exactly what I do as soon as I catch something new. But
yeah, but sometimes you go into a catching spree or like
yeah,
fishing spree, and then you like go, oh yeah, I'm gonna sell all this real quick, and then you're like, oh crap, I accidentally
I sold
uh
the one thing that was supposed to sell.
yeah, like, and it would be like that one thing that's so hard to find.
Exactly.
And you're just like, ah, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then you'll forget that you didn't actually donate it
Yeah. So
because it's so rare.
yeah, and that's what I like about that too, because like I know some people would tell me, oh yeah, just use like a spreadsheet or something, and I'm just like, I don't want to use a
Yeah,
secondary program to do this. Like,
yeah.
granted,
I don't. I'm gonna forget about it, and I'm gonna lose it somewhere.
I mean, granted, I'm doing that with my amiibo cards, but that's because I was collecting them.
How much did you pay for those, by the way? Because I saw a whole set for like $200 on eBay.
Oh, I made sure I basically paid $1 per card, with the exception of the RV, the Welcome Amiibo set,
Hmm.
which I couldn't find an American version of it.
Oh, weird.
I can only find a Japanese version, and I paid like $2 a card for it, essentially.
How
So
how do they want us to use the amiibo cards when they're so hard to get? And that's one of our topics is like, do you think those are going to be a new series that's coming out? And I say yes
yeah, oh yeah,
because there's a bunch of characters like Raymond who I really want to get,
I know.
but I can't.
Oh yeah. So if you guys don't know, there are
And
like
Galaxy Bear.
oh yeah, Galaxy Bear. Yeah. So there's a if you guys don't know, Animal Crossing, there are when Amiibo Festival came out, they obviously made amiibos for
The main characters like Kix and the Able sisters.
yeah, and then they was it? Then they made
Ma-
amiibo cards
yeah.
for all the villagers, and there's and like and they rolled it out by series, like series 1, 2, 3, 4, and the first four series they had it's 100 cards, and usually like the first 20 or 25, I think it's first 20, it's the staples, like it will be like Isabel, Rossetti, or whoever, the first 20, and then after that the rest would be the villagers. Wait, it might be the first 10. It like but anyways, so yeah, and I remember when they first came out cuz I actually wanted to collect them. But around that time I didn't have the money to do so because
Uh
yeah, like who had like I would have, because it's blind. You have to like they're like those like gotcha
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, so you don't
Well,
know what
they're
you're.
like Pokemon cards.
Yeah, yeah, they're yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get. So like around that time, I wasn't friends with anybody that would really like that I could like buy with, and then we just like
Trade.
trade and sort it out. So I was just like, yeah, no way, I'm not. I'm just gonna like hope for the best. And now around just before they announced like Animal Crossing stuff, like I got money, or I was able to save up and like just buy the completed sets. Um, which I ended up getting super lucky because the guy raised the price after I bought them.
Oh.
Yeah, because he was originally selling them $1 a card, like um like it like for series 1 it was like 119, but it came with a binder and it was free shipping, so I just said okay, it's basically $1 a card plus they gave me a binder and insurance and shipping, so yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Like all that's basically included. But yeah, he it went up to like $300 the last time. I
Damn.
like for the entire set, which I'm like, dang, I got lucky.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
did.
because like they stopped making them, but yeah, they're gonna make them again.
Yeah.
I hope they don't just like re-roll the series again. Like like
Well,
they
like I said, they're gonna need a card for Raymond and a few other of the new ones because
like
they don't have that.
yeah, like at least they should reissue like, the first four, then the RV ones or the
Mhm.
Welcome Amiibo ones, which is technically series 5, and then do like a new series, like call it series like 6 with with the new villagers, because I'm pretty sure there's more than like 4 new villagers. I'm pretty sure there's I have 2 new villagers, and or like villagers I've never seen before um in in the other games. Like one was named Sherb, which is a goat, and I had uh a monkey named Tammy, which like yeah, like I checked their wikis, and sure enough, no, like they're brand new. I've never.
Oh, I
So,
thought it was only like Raymond, and I've only seen few. Let me check my girl because I got Shari.
Shari.
Yeah, she is like a monkey as well, and she was a new leaf, so that was the last time she was ever in a game.
Yeah, so I really do think so, and I know there's people that data mine the information about the game, and I'm kind of tempted to look to see what they data mined, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I'd rather not.
It's
um,
tempting, but not that much.
what?
It's tempting, but not that much.
Yeah, especially since as we're going along, more stuff is being unlocked. But yeah, but basically, like, I'm pretty sure they're. I want to say they probably have at least like maybe 20 more villagers, possibly maybe more than that, um, cause, cause yeah, like they have more to play with, like
Yeah,
so yeah, I was it, but yeah, like I can't wait to. I also hope they kind of expand a bit more with the amiibo cards, because I actually used them to. I used one today because
yeah,
finally got the campground and it unlocked the amiibo card feature,
yeah.
and like so far all I could really do is talk to the camper, and
Do you have 10 villagers?
not 10 villagers. I only have 6. I'm trying to get the 7th. And
Okay,
basically I was trying to get this one to move in because they were from. I've never had this character before. And they're a part of the RV or the Welcome Amiibo series. So,
okay.
but like I know they mentioned that it's gonna be one of those things where you're gonna have to keep inviting them to kind of like and get and to build a relationship essentially.
Well,
To
you also need a house set up or like a lot ready for them to move into.
Oh, I already had that lot ready.
Okay.
But it was like but like for this character, um, she was like, oh, like I sure wish someone could build something this item for me, and she had the DIY recipe. And I was like, oh, like, and she gave it to me, and I built it, and then I gave it to her, going like, oh, here you go. And then I was hoping maybe she'll move into my town now, but
But that
then
didn't happen.
no, she's all like, oh, thank you so much. This is all I can carry for my house. I'm very sad that I'm gonna be moving or like leaving in the morning, but
You're like, bitch, I want you to move in with me.
I was just like, oh my god, am I? Are they gonna make me work for it?
I guess so, because it hasn't been that hard for me to have people move in.
I was able to recruit the people, the other, so the first two, obviously you don't get to pick. The other three,
Yeah.
I was able to pick because I went to the islands, and I
Yeah.
happened to run into like three people or the three villagers that I thought, oh, they should come into my town. Um, but and then the last one, the most recent one, no, I didn't get a chance to pick that. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, I was like hoping, or I thought it was gonna be the case like with New Leaf, where they'll come in, they'll camp, and then you'd be like, "Move in with me," and then you just have to beat them in the minigame or just be persistent. But no, I had to keep inviting them and being like, "Hey, you should move here," and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, okay, fine. I just hope no one moves into that lot before I could get her to move in.
Oh my god, I kicked one of I shouldn't say kicked. I was curious on how to get someone to leave the town because I was like, okay, what if I want to remove people that I have a double personality already with, like too snooty or too grumpy or whatever. So I went to work and did that, and then I thought, okay, so if I don't go to an island, that house is going to be very quickly moved into. It didn't. It took so long for someone to move in, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see that's one of the things I like to know. Like, how long does it take to move in? How do you kick people out? Like, and which like
Kicking people out is mostly just ignoring them.
oh, okay, dang it. I can't ignore Flip. No, I don't know. So some of my villagers were kind of like assholes to my other villagers. So I'm kind of like,
Really?
yeah, like which is another thing I really like about New Horizons is that like because in New Leaf you'd see like conversations happen, but like not. It didn't seem like it didn't seem like it just seemed surface value. Like,
Yeah.
there's not too much to it. But in this one, I had like two villagers. One of them was Flip and one of them's Sherb. And they were talking and like, Sherb, I'm assuming is considered a lazy villager because Flip was talking about exercising because he's a jock, and he was like, "Okay, Sherb, let's run 100 laps around this island." And Sherb was just like, "No!" And and he's like, and he sees my character there going like, Jenny, what should I do? And me being like, just tell him no. And then like Flip was just like, no, you gotta run and blah blah blah. And I was just like, wow, you're being a douchebag.
I guess I haven't run into the conversations.
Yeah,
I've seen them, but I guess I never like tried to force myself into them.
oh yeah, sneak into those conversations like how I sneak onto people's islands. Which is another thing too. Like it's fun but also kind of annoying like with your friends like because you know how you have a friends list on the Switch, right?
Yeah.
And then when you go onto New Horizons, you can go to your friends islands, right?
And that's the only way to add them to your friends list.
Yeah, it's basically sneak onto their island while they have it open, like for all your friends. And I feel like a douchebag doing that, but I was just like, I need to be able to see you.
And to be able to sell you or give you things, which I still need to do. I only have you,
Mhm.
Ducko, and Amy so far.
I don't have Ducko. Like okay, so for me, like I just been hopping onto people's islands. I'm like it's I'm just like I can't believe I'm doing this, and like I'm
I
like
try.
I'm like I'm sorry if I interrupted a conversation. Here's the fruit of my island. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
No, like I did that. I had a friend. I haven't seen him in a long time, but like he bought New Horizons because I saw it like appear like on
Mhm.
my thing, and then he happened to have his island open, and I accidentally he had to cut his conversation short with Duck to get
Oh.
to get a house because that was what he was doing as I was trying to get onto his island, and he told me. I was just like, oh no, I'm so sorry.
I'm
like
so sorry.
I'll leave, and like I gave him the fruit of my island, but I still felt
The
bad.
fruit, the fruit of my island.
But I still felt bad because it's just like this is the only way I can see you, or like to get like do anything is jumping onto your island.
Yeah, and I always look and see whenever people are like, there's multiple people on our friends list that are playing,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty often. Oh, I think Liv is on right now. I was just double checking to see. But anyway, that's not the point of this conversation. The point is that every time I try, no one has their doors open, of course.
Mhm.
So it's like, oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe we should do like a group thing, like have your doors open, guys.
Yeah. Or have like one person keep their island open and see if we can add each other that way.
Yeah, because that'd be nice. Like,
Yeah.
or like, I personally don't think we should be doing that. I feel like we should have we should be able to look at like at our friends' islands, because
Yeah.
like like at least like send them something. Not so much like, oh, we should be able to go at any time. That's kind of ridiculous. But like
That is really yes.
more like, hey, I should be able to send you something. Or
Since we're on our friends list.
yeah, like officially on our friends list.
Yeah.
Which like I've added like a ton of people from a bunch of communities I belong to, like
Yeah.
sometimes it's kind of hard for me to like figure out who's who. Like you told me what you were gonna name your island and stuff, and so I was like, okay, I
And I
know.
use my real name.
Yeah, you
Well,
use
not my real name, my online name, I guess.
yeah, you use your online name, which is like, okay, that works, but then there's like certain people, like, I'm like, who's that again? And then like it takes me like a little bit to figure it out, because like I have a friend from work um who jumped onto my island, which
Oh.
but the thing is, she didn't use like her name or like her Twitch name or anything like that. She just used Star, and it says. And the thing is, I actually do know a person in real life named Star. Her first.
Oh.
So I was just like, oh my god, who's that? I'm not sure. I really wish I could get more information on uh, uh, on the friends list. Be like, hey, this is this username, by the way. And
By the way,
yeah,
that's this person.
yeah, it's this person, which I'm like, okay, yeah, because I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that's something they have to work on. But
Yeah.
like on the positive side, like I feel like I like that we can mail friends stuff, like
Yeah.
which is
Like
what
fruit.
yeah, like fruit or like items, fish and insects. Obviously, we can't, but
Yeah.
and also like with the event coming up, with I like the fact they make events now like 2 week, like 12 days or 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like that too. That makes it a lot easier to be able to,
mhm.
what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah,
Be able to participate.
yeah, because that was the one thing is like, oh, this event's coming up. I kind of have to set time aside, or I have to time
Time travel.
travel. And like, for me it's just like, oh, that gets so like with time traveling gets annoying because like, if you're not careful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so um for me it's like, oh, cool. So I have like 12 days to kind of like get everything done so I could get everything I want. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh I don't know. What are you looking forward to? Like with the bunny event? Because I know we have to find eggs.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of Easter is finding eggs. And hope that they're not spoiled by the time you find them.
Oh God, that would be hilarious if they did spoil like after
Oh
the
my god.
event.
Yeah, you find them, you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
DIY recipe, and you're just like, oh my God, do I want to know?
Yeah, well, I got a whole thing for just doing a whole thing of garbage, so I mean, I would not be surprised.
I know, right? Like I remember for when I first got the boots, like the from fishing, I got a DIY recipe for recycled boots, and I was like, I don't know about this, but I actually put it together as an outfit for, or part of my rainy day outfit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because it looks nice. It looks like a regular pair of rubber boots, not tattered boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. What are you hoping for? Because I know they're planning to update this game a lot, or well, not a lot, but they're gonna do like um, I'm pretty sure they're gonna add more. Like not really like DLC, just like hey, so
Yeah. I'm hoping that more stores open up. Like, I really, Kix is one of my favorite characters. I don't even know why he's one of my favorite characters, but he is. But I'm hoping that Kix gets his own store because that's the only time I can buy bags
mhm
is whenever he's in town, and that's like once a week.
mhm
And I'm kind of hoping for more hairstyles because, I mean, like what we have is great, but I'm like, I don't like really like any of these, so I'm gonna use the boy hairstyle that kind of looks like a shorter version of what my hair usually looks like.
ah yeah. I feel like with the hairstyles, I feel like we're missing some of the like ones from the previous games.
That's exactly why I'm like, are they doing more? Is there gonna be an update? Is there gonna be like, is the poodle lady supposed to come back?
I'm hoping like the other staples comes back. Like, I haven't gotten kicks yet, by the way. Like, so,
You
uh,
haven't seen Dix yet?
no, I've been seeing Mabel a lot, which I bought like so much stuff from her just to get her to move faster. She's supposed to, her store's supposed to be opening tomorrow, thank God. So,
Okay, so
um,
after she comes in, Kix will come in.
oh, okay, good. That's good to know because I was just like, I can't keep I don't want these water shoes. Come on, man. But yeah, I'm hoping like some like Cyrus, Reese and Kix, um the Roost and like, the stores we typically see come back and also
Yeah,
uh I don't know if you played Happy Home Designer, but like
I did.
okay, so like how we built a town there
Yeah.
and we built like a hospital, like school and all that. I kind of hope we have like something like that. Like not so much it has to be a hospital or it has to be a restaurant, but like give us like an empty building and we could.
Oh, and decorate it and make that like a hangout. That'd be cool.
Yeah, because that was one of the things I really liked about Happy Home Designer, is that like yeah, like you didn't really have like you had like a town that had like specifically like where everything is. You couldn't really change the layout, but like I like the fact that you could build a restaurant and theme it
Yeah,
like a French restaurant or something. And I would like something like that.
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll happen, but I hope.
Yep.
Yeah, so hopefully
That'd be nice.
yeah, hopefully we'll see. We'll see. I'm curious to see what this development team has to offer. So
Yeah, I am too, and I'm kind of. It's also kind of cool that they're not doing everything all at once. By the way,
oh yeah, I like that too. I feel like maybe it was because I did a lot of time traveling the last couple of games or the last two games, but like I did get burnt out.
yeah,
Yeah. And just like the fact that it's coming slowly, and I feel like I could take my time on it.
yeah,
It wouldn't be the end of the world if I missed something, so
yeah.
oh. Hold on, sorry, give me one moment. I had to close a window real quick.
No, it's okay. I was gonna say I'm hoping that the updates are gonna be like there's gonna be more than just the seasonal holiday updates, and there's gonna be more stuff for that. But
Yeah,
who knows?
yeah, we'll see. I know at least we have an Earth Day event coming up,
Oh, we
and
do.
yeah, it's like there's another update coming up after the bunny event, which is
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
the Earth Day event.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how these events will play out in the southern hemisphere because
Yeah, that's curious.
yeah, because like right now they're in what, like fall, or what is it? Yeah,
It's the opposite. Yeah, so I would think fall.
yeah. So, um, imagining the bunny just like chilling out in like the autumn leaves or something. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm curious to see how like all the events for the southern hemisphere play out. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just the same events, just like different, like just a different season. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would make sense.
yeah. Let's see. Do you have anything to add for Animal Crossing? I know I did a lot of talking this time.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's like that. I kind of mentioned that last time. That's gonna be more your jam, and like, I like Animal Crossing. Like I said, I don't hate it. It's just like it's one of those things where it's kind of hard for me to get into sometimes because of my ADD.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of fun. It's always relaxing, and I like it for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair because there's just some like everyone has like are into just different games. Like
Yeah,
in my case, I like it because I have more control over what I can do, and also and also the fact that like it's not for me. It's not like super action packed because like
yeah,
sometimes I get really stressed out on like super action packed games. So yeah, so that's my deal. Okay. Um, hold on. Phoenix, did you mute yourself again or?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was like, oh, I thought you were about to add something, but
No, I was just like, I was just agreeing with you. I was just like, mm-hmm.
okay. Sorry, like I was looking at my audio. I was like, oh no, like did
What
something
happened?
happen? Anyway, so do you want to talk about what is coming up for our next episode or
Let's do the questions really quick.
okay.
And then we will do the what's coming up for our next episode. And I think let's do that. I think that's going to be a good order because then it's like ending on
Okay.
what's coming up next time rather than okay, here's some random facts about us.
Mhm.
Um, so let us do the questions, and because I was very late on the episode out, I'm thinking this is going to be like back to back episodes
Uh,
for the pilot and this one. Um,
no
if you
worries.
guys you have questions you want to ask or anything like that, just send it to geekychickies@gmail.com.
Mhm.
We would love to read them and answer any of the questions you have. For the questions that I found for this episode, my first one was, "What is your Hogwarts house?" Do you even like Harry Potter? I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I agree. Harry Potter got me into reading, so
Good.
yeah. Um, I my Hogwarts house is Ravenclaw. Like
Same
every
here.
every test I've ever taken, like from Pottermore to like a random BuzzFeed one. I ended up on Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I'm always Ravenclaw, but I'm like on one of the tests they show you exactly like how much you got with for each house,
Hmm.
and I'm like one off from being Hufflepuff.
What?
Yeah, so and I actually thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm like I'm borderline on the Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, but I definitely feel like I'm more Ravenclaw because I love knowledge. I love looking up stuff
Oh
and
yeah.
learning things. So
Oh yeah. I'm basically the same way. Like I really like looking up stuff and like kind of figure it like it. But for me, it kind of depends on like the material. Like
yeah.
if it's super boring, I'm gonna cry. Thing, then no. But but in general, I tend to do like Wikipedia like rabbit holes.
Oh, I do too. I That's what I always do. I'm like, I hate this. Why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah. I'll end up from baseball to like I don't know, some like about
Serial killers.
yeah, and you're just like what?
Yeah. I did that by accident. I went through a rabbit hole where I was looking um into WWE for whatever reason, I don't remember. And
Mhm.
then I went on to a homicide that one of the WWE people commit. Then it went on to serial killers. I'm like, okay, so I know that I am interested in serial killers because they're just it's I don't understand them and I just want to try to understand them. I think that's another reason why I'm Ravenclaw is that I want to try to understand things.
Mhm.
Um, but I am not that obsessed where you should be giving me those articles, Wikipedia.
Mhm. uh,
Yeah, I don't know. It's with serial killers. It's just one of those things where it's like I'm super interested of the psychology part and like why would you do this to another human being?
yeah. I usually have those kind of kicks like you but usually it's more like I'm watching like a bunch of documentaries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I watch those a lot too.
Yeah, I felt like South Park was calling me out on that. I was like, damn, South Park, okay, I'll calm down on these.
Oh,
Oh, man. So, okay, let's go on to the next question.
oh,
Yeah,
really quick before we
yeah.
do,
Uh huh.
because I'm just thinking about this. My curiosity of the morbid stuff like that, like, had me find out that cannibals have mentioned that humans taste like pork rather than chicken. You know the joke of like, "Ooh, it tastes like chicken." Um,
Oh,
and
ew.
okay, but we were talking about this at work, and I don't remember exactly how the conversation came up, but someone mentioned like, "Oh yeah, humans taste like chicken." I'm like, "Actually,"
Oh.
and that guy stood up from his desk, looked at me, and said, Phoenix, they're gonna think we're crazy." I'm like, no, they already know I'm crazy. They're
Uh,
gonna think you are crazy because he's
uh,
the one who started the whole cannibal thing. I was like, I'm sorry that I had to contribute to this.
uh, oh God.
I don't know how people, and it's like now I understand a little bit more why people were worried I might actually blow up a place because I say stuff like that, and it's like, no, I just kind of looked into this stuff. I'm not gonna actually do something that's stupid.
Uh, I, I, I feel like they shouldn't jump to conclusions so quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my whole opinion on that. Because I remember you were mentioning, like, you didn't
I
mention the
was really upset.
context to me about it, but you just mentioned like about, hey, so this went down, and I'm just like,
Yeah, and eventually I'll talk about it on here. Right now, it's still kind of like a fresh wound,
Mhm.
and the guy who did that is still at my office. So
Mhm.
I'm just like trying to avoid it because it makes me angry that he thought that, and it makes other people in my office very angry because they're like, I, you have morbid like topics that you'll talk about, but we none of us ever think you're gonna actually do any of this stuff.
Mhm.
I don't understand why they thought it. So let's go on to the next topic. I just kind of find that funny because of like, we were just talking about the serial killer thing, and I was just like, oh yeah, that happened the last 3 weeks. So the next question is, What is okay? This is like what your favorite Disney princess is, but also what one did you like growing up? Because as I was telling you before we were recording, I feel like a lot of girls, at least, their favorite Disney princesses growing up
Mm-hmm.
dictate a lot of their personality. Like for me, it was Jasmine, Mulan. Mulan was mostly my favorite, and Belle, and that is probably why I am very stubborn. I like reading, and I am very much a tomboy. And like tradition, who needs tradition?
Let's see. Like I said earlier, it's kind of hard for me to really say because like growing up I did watch a lot of like Disney princess movies, but the one I knew for sure like I watched a lot was Beauty and the Beast. So
Yeah.
I would like, and I'm comfortable to say yeah, like I really liked Belle growing up. Now like it's I feel like I guess Mulan is one of them. Uh, but then like, do I still like Belle?
Mm.
Yeah, I do. I just had to get over the Stockholm syndrome part of it.
But at the same time, it's not really Stockholm syndrome because
Yeah, yeah.
she she doesn't
Uh-huh.
she rebels like hell before
I
she
know.
actually starts.
I know. I mean, they're like this is adult me being like, dissecting more of a movie than I really should be.
That
Uh,
is for film theory.
yeah,
Don't turn
yeah,
into him. He's
yeah,
driving himself crazy with FNAF.
yeah,
So
yeah.
mm,
And then also I knew when I was a kid, it was Aurora too from Sleeping Beauty.
mm,
Um Mainly because I always like when I was a kid I tried to watch Sleeping Beauty, but I always saw it in parts for some reason.
oh,
Like
that's weird.
I only saw like I would see like a beginning of it and then like I'd have to do something and then I would see like a middle of it or like some part of the middle of it never and then like have to do something. Like always something interrupted me when I was trying to watch this movie and I guess for me when I was a kid I was just like, "Oh, like I really that's probably what drove my like, oh, I really like Aurora because I could never finish this movie." But yeah, so yeah, I would the like Belle and Aurora growing up was the ones I really liked. But now it's more like Belle and Mulan.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I also really like Rapunzel. She's just super cute. I like her optimism and like she's an artsy kind of girl.
Hmm.
I know she's very naive,
Hmm.
but as someone who kind of grew up in a sheltered home, I kind of am like, yep, I totally get her
Yeah.
reaction to things.
Oh yeah, I like her. She's pretty cool.
Yeah. Um Honestly, I think they all have their strengths and their weaknesses and flaws, and I think all of them are just really good.
Yeah.
Um Definitely now they're definitely trying to make them more independent and less
Hmm.
um having to rely on man, but at the same time, you know, they can still be with a man, but they don't have to rely on them to do things.
Oh yeah, I actually do like that a bit because
Yeah.
because I got like inundated with all of that growing up. Like you're basically nothing without a man, and just like oh
Oh,
yeah, like okay. So yeah, I do actually like that they're like not like jamming it put being preachy about it, but kind of just like hey so. You be independent, and you could have a man
yeah.
or a
I feel like
partner.
yeah. I feel like that is yeah, partner in case you are not interested in men. But yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like that was the case with Anna. I feel like that was the case with Tiana from Princess and the Frog.
yeah.
Um I feel like with Rapunzel it was just kind of a weirder story with that. Like she definitely didn't need
Mhm,
um Eugene to be able to save her all the time,
mhm.
but she didn't need him to get to where she wanted to go. So that was kind of like she needed a man in that situation. But if it was a woman, that would have worked out too.
Yeah.
And then Elsa's all by herself, but she is independent, and that's kind of just her character.
Yeah. She like originally saw Eugene as more like, hey, you can take like I want to get out of here, and you're
And you
like
can take me.
like you're my ticket. So, but yeah. So yeah, that's my opinion. I feel like it will change as time goes on in general, just because I'm weird like that. So
Yeah, no, I think it always does. And I'm very salty that Mulan is like postponed, and I understand why. I'm not like saying that it shouldn't be postponed because of what's going on. No, that's totally fine. I get that. I'm just salty because that was the movie I've been waiting for like ages now.
yeah, I can't wait for like how long is it postponed for? Like
I think right now they're saying like maybe until May, but then again, we don't know when this virus is gonna end because of how some people aren't taking it seriously, which is a whole can of words I know you don't really want to get into.
Oh God, yeah. I'm really mad at the people right now. I'm like, but yeah, you don't want to hear me do sad rant because, oh God, I won't shut up.
I think we could talk about it in like if we really need to, but that could be like a special thing if we ever decide to do something like that.
Just a rant.
Yes.
To just get it out of our system.
Yeah, I feel like honestly right now I do feel like Mulan would be really great right now because of how many people are like, oh, this is the Chinese virus. And it's not. It's that super racist and please never use those words.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that stuff and I was just like, oh my God, the mayor shouldn't be telling people to stop discriminating people. What the fuck? Yeah, so yeah, okay. We'll do like a ranty podcast about it because oh my God, I'm so mad right now. But yeah, let's move on to the next question.
Yeah, let's move on before we both go crazy. What is your favorite colors? And if you have a reason for liking these colors, please share why.
Okay, so I want to. I feel like this is kind of one of the things about my favorite, like when it comes to favorites of anything. Unless I like know absolutely for sure, I really don't like saying I have a favorite. But I feel like as I got older, my favorite color is turning out to be purple. Like,
yep.
Cause like for a while I kept telling people I like the color green because
not a lot of people like green.
well yeah, not a lot of people like green. Also, I was kind of put on that spot at the time, and I was like, green, and yeah, so
green big question mark.
Yeah, so but I don't know. I mean, I own like a couple green shirts and all that, but I don't. But I feel like it's just one of those like, it's not really my favorite color. Like, I don't own a ton of green stuff, but I definitely own a lot of like purple things. And
yeah,
when I got married, I wore a purple dress, and yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna say like purple and I guess yellow. So yeah, like yellow because sunny and cheery, and also my favorite like flower is like yellow tulips. So yeah, I feel like that's me. Those are like my favorite colors at least. What about you?
nice. I like purple too. Like I like all shades of purple. I definitely like more like violets. I like the darker colors. I think that's just me and my inner goth coming out. Because or edgelord or whatever you want to call it. Because I don't know, and I like black. I own a lot of black pieces of clothing. But I also like silver, and my favorite color is definitely another one is teal blue. And I just think I've always liked the cool colors of the rainbow because you know the warm colors are like red, yellow, orange, and then the cool colors are green, blue, purple. I always like the cool colors, and one of my friends joked is because I was born in December, which could be a factor that I like those colors more because of that, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess that could make sense too. I don't.
yeah.
Yeah, I like. I don't know. I guess for me, like when it comes to clothes, I just like I don't have a particular favorite color. I just tend to buy like darker clothing
Yeah.
just because like I kind of like it makes me feel slimmer or appear slimmer. So yeah,
Yeah, I get that.
yeah, and like with my clothes, I tend to go darker. Like
Yeah.
just because it just makes me or the darker clothing makes me feel more comfortable, and also it gives me more sun. Even though I really like hot temperatures, I feel like sometimes like especially in the cooler seasons, like it's sunny but it's freaking cold. So I need like
Yeah.
I really need like the heat to come to me. So, yeah. Uh but yeah. Anyways, I'm done ranting about colors.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh god, yeah, I could go on about this, but I'm not.
Since we're on the topic of clothing, I was trying to say, but apparently I muted myself again by accident.
Oh no.
What do you prefer, tighter fitting clothing or looser? Because as I'm growing up, I realized I like tight or looser fitting short or shirts and tops, and tighter fitting pants. Like I wear yoga pants a lot.
Oh, I think it just depends on the day.
Oh, okay.
Like I do tend to like looser fitting clothes in general, but like if I'm if I'm going out or something, I actually prefer like tighter fitting like tops. Like
Yeah.
not too tight, but at least with my pants it's more a bit more consistent. Like
Yeah.
I
More
prefer
form fitting.
I prefer like looser.
Oh,
What?
really?
Yeah, because I'm very self-conscious about my legs, and it kind of comes back to like or high school when I used to run a lot on the treadmill at my parents' place,
Oh.
and someone noticed that my legs appeared more like muscular or something. That's what she said, and she started poking at my calves, and
Oh.
it freaked me out. And like since then, like I've been like a bit self conscious about it. So like I don't let anyone like anywhere like if I wear like pants or something, I feel like I'm more covered up. But if I'm wearing like a skirt or something and my legs are showing, I kind of go, yeah, get away from my legs.
I like how we're the opposite, where I'm like, I'll wear more form fitting pants and looser tops, even if I'm going out and hanging out with people, and you're like, no, leave my legs alone.
Yeah, I'm just really, I'm really weird about that. But yeah. So, did you have any more questions to add, or is or
I think that's good. I think I just added the second one by asking about clothing because I was just kind of curious as it was a topic that came up.
oh, no worries. I'm just like trying to figure out the best transition from clothing to our next episode.
Yeah. Well, the next episode is definitely so we're going to be talking about Persona next, and right now our plan is to try to do the last three games that came out, which is Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5.
Mhm.
Um we'll have to see just how much research. I know these are kind of like big topic games and there's a lot to go into, so that's what Jenny and I will be discussing between now and our next recording about how we want to do this. Um
Yeah,
and were you
yeah.
gonna say something?
Oh yeah, I was gonna be like, yeah, I've never played a Persona game, so this is gonna be interesting.
And I completed 3. I was almost done with 4, and then I got a new memory card and I have to start over, which is fun because I was not doing very good in 4. And I'm almost done with 5, but because Royale is coming out, I'm like, I kind of just want to play Royale and just start from the beginning, but then I'm not too sure if that's going to be good. That's a whole discussion for another time. But yeah, that's what our plan is for the next episode.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be good because each game has its own topics that they cover. And I will get to rant about how much I do not like rap and how much I like Persona 5 because it's all rock music.
And I'm just gonna talk about my research and like and I'm hoping to add to the conversation about it because the like I've always heard good things about Persona.
It is a really good series, I think, and we'll definitely go over that more about how we can do that. I'll send you stuff to help you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm having a feeling like from what I understand, there's a lot. So
there is a lot, and I just said there's a lot, and that's why like I don't know if we'll be doing all 3 games. We'll definitely do 5 because that's the new release.
mhm.
But we're gonna try to get as much information about it as we can. I think.
Okay. All right. So thank you to everyone for sticking around and listening
Yeah.
to us. And we hope to see you next time.
Yep. Next time, we'll hope to see you all again. I hope that the audio. I do want to apologize about the audio. Last time we were kind of messing around with stuff. I'm hoping this time it will sound better on both sides and you can hear us both more clearly. So let us know. Okay.
Yeah. All right. And remember, send in your questions to the email address provided.
Geekychickies@gmail.com.
Yeah. Just send us any questions or like suggestions.
Yeah, on topics, we could definitely use some of those. We do have a pretty good idea of what we're going to do for a while, but we do like having some ideas to be able to work with and look into. And we, I know right now it's mostly games, but eventually we'll get into other stuff like movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. Like maybe B stars will be something we'll talk about in the future. Who knows?
Yeah. All right, and take care.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.